It's Tuesday, November 25th. OC Transpo now says it expects the eastern extension of LRT to open in the first quarter of 2026.
A controversial piece of legislation that would make it easier for tenants to get evicted has officially passed at Queen's Park.
Pretty cool. Hollywood's in Carl Place, so looking for the big actors.
And Hollywood comes to Carlton Place. We'll tell you about a film currently in production in the Valley with some big name talent. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now.
Good morning. 1 month away from the big day. I'm Rosie Edden.
I was going to say the same thing. Hello.
Yes, and I'm Melissa Lamb, and you're making me nervous with saying that. I'm like, oh my goodness, my list. I have so many things to still check off, but I have some time. 1 month is plenty of time to get organized.
There you go. But I can put the pressure on even more. It's less than a month. It's only weeks, meaning only days away.
The countdown is great. It'll be a good reminder.
There you go. Exactly.
All right, we'll get more on that and maybe some festivities throughout the show. But we're going to start with our news headlines. OC Transpo is providing a new timeline for the opening of the O-Train East extension, saying it will not be up and running until early next year. And when it does, the last stop will go beyond Blair and extend out to Trim Road in Orleans. The opening date has been pushed several times before. The original date opening was 2022.
I'm just trying to get a little clarity on this within, a 3 or 4 month window.
I do anticipate in the next couple weeks to be able to provide that technical briefing to you. Okay. That would highlight the trial running piece. And, at this point in time, a lot of things still need to go right. But it's definitely achievable to say Q1.
OC Transpo says to hit that date, a lot has to go right, including going through the substantial completion process and trial running. Staff are expected to offer a technical briefing to councillors within the next few weeks.
Drone testing continues in downtown Ottawa this week, and experts say hearing a faint buzz in the name of public safety is the right approach.
Drone warfare is now mainstream. And Canada is lacking, and we're behind the power curve in drone warfare and county drone operations. So I think this is great news that we're doing it.
The event has been put on by the Department of National Defense and the RCMP. 20 companies are putting their tech to the test in a mock exercise to protect a 4-block area of the downtown core, including Kent, Queen, Sparks, and Wellington streets. Ontario MPPs have passed the Ford government's highly criticized housing legislation that could make it easier for tenants to get evicted. Voting on Bill 60 took place as protesters shouted from the public gallery at the legislature yesterday. The bill bars tenants from raising new issues at landlord and tenant board hearings and scraps the need for a landlord to offer a tenant compensation if they take their property back for their own use. The Ford government says Bill 60 is about leveling the playing field between tenant and landlord.
Well, I heard it in the House today for sure, but I don't agree with it because we're creating balance in the landlord-tenant system.
We're talking about big property managers who are getting rich off of these schemes, and they're the ones who are going to profit.
Many landlords like the bill as they suggest the scales have been tipped too far in favor of tenants. Even then, advocates say it could lead to more people being put on the street who only need a bit of grace when missing a payment.
Ottawa police are asking you to keep your eyes peeled for a missing teenager last seen in the East End. 13-year-old Hunter LaMarche was last seen yesterday near 10th Line and Navan Road. His family are concerned for his safety. He was last seen wearing black sweatpants, black and green sandals, and a black hoodie. If you have any information, please contact Ottawa Police or Crime Stoppers. And police are looking for help identifying a suspect allegedly involved in an assault last Friday. This happened at a home on Burnside Avenue. Police say the suspect arranged a meeting through an online dating website and then assaulted and injured the victim. The suspect is described as a black man, around 6 feet tall, in his early to mid-20s. Police say he was wearing a black coat. It was a winter coat, a medical mask, and white sneakers at the time.
2 people are facing assault charges after a brawl over Pokemon cards. This happened yesterday morning at the Costco in Barrhaven. Officers were called to the store after a fight broke out between several people while they were waiting in line for the high-demand cards. 2 people suffered minor injuries. Celebrated American-born Canadian author Thomas King, who spent a career telling Indigenous stories, says he has learned that he is not Indigenous. In an essay for the Globe and Mail, King says his mother told him his father was part Cherokee when he was just 3 years old. The now 82-year-old has since found out he has no Cherokee heritage. King says he did not purposefully pretend to have Indigenous roots.
And in sports, the Ottawa Senators continued their Western road trip with a stop in Hollywood.
Stützle in the zone. Thinks twice. Ace it back. Jensen to the flank. A quick shot. They score on the rebound. Fabian Zetterlund let it fly.
And that goal from Zetterlund tied the game at 1, but then a power play goal from LA just 3 minutes later would be the decider. The final score, 2-1. The Sens are in Vegas tomorrow night with puck drop slated for 10.
Kingston police are running a unique auction selling off dozens of unclaimed items.
Yeah, it's really great to see these things, especially around Christmas time. You know, seeing some items for $5 and having it not to go to waste is really important, especially right now.
And items range from e-bikes and power tools to regular bikes and foreign currency. Police say when items are seized in an investigation and the owner cannot be found after 90 days, those items can officially go up for auction.
The money is being raised for Kingston Police Community Volunteers. That's a nice e-bike there that they have for sale. My gosh.
I was going to say, that was probably the perfect line, right? A various array of items, because you can only imagine what they get.
Probably everything, right?
Have something for everyone.
Power tools.
Power tools, a chainsaw.
Don't give me that power tool.
No.
It's trouble.
And
trouble.
why is that? And why is that in police custody? I don't want that chainsaw,
Very
that one
strange.
specifically.
That'd be good for the Red Blacks, though, to soft
There
a
you
little
go.
wood
There we
cookies,
go.
right?
Thinking about it in a fun way.
Absolutely. Our forecast today, it's going to be nice and mild out. We have another warm day on the way for us. Enjoy it, because as we head into the weekend, not only do we have cold temperatures, we have significant snow on the way into through Sunday. Temps right now sitting at 1 degree, so we are above that freezing mark to start off your morning. Very warm for Kingston and Brockville, already sitting at 7 degrees and 6 degrees to start off your day. For us here in Ottawa, we're expecting cloudy skies this morning, which will continue into the afternoon, but still a little bit of sunshine on the way as well. We will see some sunny breaks in through your day ahead. Very warm conditions on the way. Then tonight, we're expecting some rain, and because temperatures will stay above that freezing mark into the overnight, it will be rain and not snow. It will start sometime just before midnight and continue to rain right through into your day tomorrow as well. We are expecting upwards of 10 to 15 millimeters of rain, so significant rain on the way as we head into Wednesday. And then into the overnight, there is a chance that we could see some flurries overnight, then Wednesday overnight into Thursday morning, as temperatures then drop back down below that freezing mark. So a little mixture of some wintry weather on the way over the next few days. But today, very warm, 7 degrees is your daytime high. Still have the winter coat out. Not quite ready to put that away, but it will at least be nice and mild in through the day ahead. 7 for Ottawa, within Cornwall, Kemptville, Brockville, Kingston, 8 degrees, 9 for Trenton, 6 out in the valley today. So everybody's seeing some mild weather. Could see some snowflakes early this morning, but just a slim chance of a few scattered flurries to start off your day. Into your day tomorrow, 8 degrees is a high again. All that wet weather on the way early in the morning into your early afternoon. It should clear up later on in the day, but then some flurries possible overnight Wednesday and in through your early morning hours on Thursday, which will continue into Friday. Then very cold weekend. Saturday, a daytime high of only -3. Overnight Friday into Saturday will be quite chilly. And then Sunday's the day that we could see more snow. We could see upwards of 10 centimeters on the way. On your roads this morning, here's a live look at your drive-in, and no major issues east to west. It is smooth sailing and nice clear pavement to head off to work this hour. Now let's check out your TSN must-see moment.
Hey there, Lindsay Hamilton inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Monday. And this comes from a bizarre incident in the Premier League. Everton taking on Manchester United. In the 13th minute here, Everton's Idrissa Gueye turns it over. So that leads to a great chance for Bruno Fernandes. But it's what happened afterwards. Gueye gets into it with his teammate, Michael Keane. He gives Gueye a couple of shoves. And then in retaliation, he slaps him in the face. Wild. Gueye actually given a straight red card for the slap. Marks the first time since 2008 a player in the Premier League has been kicked out for misconduct against his own teammate. But despite going down to 10 men, Everton actually won the match 1-0. That right there, your must-see moment. Bananas. Meanwhile, tonight on TSN, it is game 1 of the CHL versus USA Prospects Challenge. Pre-game coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a fantastic day.
Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa.
Pretty cool. Always in Carl Place, so looking for the big actors.
Some big-name Canadian stars are filming a new movie in Carleton Place. We've got all the star-studded details just ahead. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. 'Tis the season to lend a helping hand, Ottawa.
Join us for the CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive on Friday, December 12th. We're teaming up with the Ottawa Food Bank to help our neighbors this holiday season.
Drop off your non-perishable food items at 87 George Street or make a monetary donation, allowing the Ottawa Food Bank to buy what's needed most when it's needed.
CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive, December 12th, proudly sponsored by Doyle Saluski.
SNR Mechanical is proud to partner with Toy Mountain once again this year.
Drop off your unwrapped presents to our office location here in Orleans on Vanguard Drive.
SNR Mechanical and Toy Mountain.
Helping families this holiday season.
Welcome back. Here are the big stories we are following today on Your Morning Ottawa. The long-awaited eastern extension of the LRT is finally expected to open early next year. That update provided by OC Transpo. The Ford government has passed new housing legislation, Bill 60, which has critics worried it will make it easier for landlords to evict tenants. Ottawa police have arrested 2 people who got an early jump on Black Friday shopping. They say 2 people fought at a Costco in Barhaven over Pokemon cards. Your full newscast in 15 minutes, but first, a check on the forecast.
And as we take a look at your day today, look at those temperatures. Climbing up to 7 degrees. We are going to lose some sunshine throughout the day, but mostly clouds will be covering the skies. 4 degrees, so not cool whatsoever, but again, well above seasonal as we roll through the midday. Melissa letting us know, though, we could see significant snowfall by the time we get to Sunday. Full details on that will be coming up shortly. Let's take a peek out at your roads at this hour, and nothing major to report as we cruise on just beyond 6:15. Roads are nice and clear, no precipitation out there, no fog advisories in effect. A nice Tuesday morning commute. From the Hollywood Hills to the Ottawa Valley, as CTV's Dylan Dyson reports, some big names are in Carleton Place filming a brand new movie.
The front of Matt DeRoche's apartment in Carleton Place has become the scene of a new Hollywood movie.
He told me Michael Cera and Pamela Anderson were going to be in it, and I was stoked. I was freaking stoked, man.
It's Michael Cera's directorial debut, and he's picked downtown Carleton Place as a feature location for his film, Love Is Not the Answer.
I spoke to him for like a few minutes, and he was like thanking me for letting me use my house, or letting him use my place, and I was like, dude, you don't have to thank me, man, anytime. Yeah, I told him how much I love Superbad, and he loved that. It was awesome.
The anticipated rom-com stars Pamela Anderson as her character learns that love may not be the solution to all of life's problems, and features big-name co-stars like Jamie Dornan.
We've had more than a few movies shot here. We've had them shot at inside the town hall, in many of our businesses downtown, and a few homes around the area. So it's always neat to see your local hometown is part of these big movie productions, and this is one of the bigger ones for sure.
The chance to catch a glimpse of the stars drawing big crowds in the small town.
It's fun to see somebody that you've seen in other movies, and yeah, so between Pamela Anderson and Michael Cera, it's kind of cool.
We haven't seen a lot. We think we saw Pamela Anderson cross the street.
Oh, I love watching all the background stuff, watching the background actors, but we're really hoping to see Pamela Anderson or Jamie Dornan.
Pretty cool. Always in Crown Place, so looking for the big actors.
This isn't the first and likely won't be the last big screen movie filmed in the Ottawa Valley, which is becoming a hotspot for Hollywood's elite.
There was another movie filmed here too. It was Fat Man, and Mel Gibson was in it, and I got to watch them film up the street too. I didn't get to meet him though, but I was excited for that to come out. When it came out, sure enough, my building and my bedroom window was in the movie.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News, Carleton Place.
That is so fun to see A-listers, star-studded cast in Carleton Place. I love that. And I love the fact that Pamela Anderson is just having more than a moment here. I mean, you know, her portrayal in The Last Showgirl just brought her, you know, her stock just way up. And now she's getting, you know, part after part after part. And this is after saying, makeup, whatever. I'm not bothering with makeup anymore. I just love it.
Yeah, I know. And seeing some of the documentaries she's been into, just like so authentically herself without a care in the world, is so great. Yeah. And Michael Cera, I mean, I've loved him for years, just from the Superbad days to This Is the End, and now directing too. It must be so cool to be out in Carleton Place and just see all that going on, because that's a big-time movie with some big A-list actors.
Yeah, it must be fun for Michael Cera, who I always see as like this teenager, and I know he's fully grown and everything, to be directing Pam Anderson. That must be a moment for him going, whoa, I'm just going to say action!
Yeah.
Pam Anderson. That's pretty wild stuff.
I don't think it helps him, too, when he does, like, thinking about him, like, young, those, like, CeraVe commercials, like, where he's Michael Cera, CeraVe. Like, it's just, like, so good. It just makes him feel like a kid again.
And I tell you what, he just hasn't really aged that much. I know he has, like, some facial hair now, and that's really the only thing that indicates that he's gotten a little bit older, because he still has that baby face.
Yeah, we'll have to wait to see what that movie comes up and go from there. Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, we are talking toys. We want to know, what was your favorite toy as a child? We might tell you ours as well. We'll take your comments coming up a little bit later on, but first we're going to take a peek outside through our sky cam on George Street. Nice and festive with our lights at the Bell Media building here on George Street, but snowfall to accompany it in the coming days ahead. Stay with us, everybody. Yes, we are very excited. We'll be right back. I mean, the Easy Bake Oven, guys. It doesn't get any more iconic than that.
Right?
So today on Your Morning Ottawa, we are asking for your comments on toys.
Oh.
What was your favorite toy as a kid? Let us know your thoughts. Email us, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. Melissa, let's start with you. Is it the Easy Bake Oven?
It sure is the Easy Bake Oven. But you know what? Here's the sad thing about the Easy Bake Oven. My friend who lived beside me had the Easy Bake Oven. So I would go to her house with Easy Bake Oven all the time and make little cakes, and I'd bring them home, and I was so excited. And then I asked for it every single year for Christmas, and Santa Claus never brought it for me. So it wasn't even my toy. It was a friend's toy. I never got an Easy Bake Oven.
That is so wild, Melissa.
I must have been on that naughty list for too many years.
Yeah. They're like,
follow up on that.
I'll tell you what, it's the same story with me. I always wanted the Easy Bake Oven.
Yeah.
And it was so long ago, Melissa and Will, I'm like going, did I get one?
Yeah.
Or did I just dream I had one? And the only thing is, in my household, my mother, like making cakes, you make it from scratch.
Right.
You do not go and buy like the box mix and pour some water on it, because that's like an affront. My mother made it from scratch always. So, and that's how I learned. So, Easy Bake Oven, yes. But you know what? You got to have your own cake mix. Make it from scratch. It's so delicious when you do it like that. You add a little bit more butter, a little bit more sugar, whatever you want, and then boom. And then you add the cocoa and you got chocolate cake. I know how to make cake from scratch. I'm really good at that. Thanks to Mom. Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Okay,
well.
So I'm going to go a little split. I'm going to go, what I think you guys will say, Beanie Babies was like a huge hit with me and my siblings. Like, we always got them. But then it had a very close first and second would be Pokemon cards, obviously.
Of course.
Can we count that as a toy? Kind of? Like,
like
somewhat to agree?
Maybe like you take the card and you just like play with the two cards and go.
You could battle with them. And like
can do that
in battle, but like Pokemon cards were probably in the one slot. But like I can still remember Beanie Babies from my kids, and we were all obsessed with them every time you go into those little shops. So I'll go with Beanie Babies.
I will say though, Santa Claus was very good when Cabbage Patch was the hit item.
You got that right.
Santa Claus went on a limb and went out of his way to make sure he had the Cabbage Patch from not only myself but my sister as well. So
very cool.
I wasn't that naughty, I guess.
Okay.
I just never got the Easy Bake Oven.
I kind of feel like Beanie Babies, the Boo-Boos are the Beanie Babies of present time. They're just a little bit more expensive though.
Yeah. Just a tad.
Woo! All right, we're going to be hearing from you later in the show. We're asking, what was your favorite toy as a kid? Send us your comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
And coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, we will learn more about this year's Toy Mountain campaign with the Salvation Army and how you can get your donations in. We'll be right back. Join us next week as we highlight the local charities that support our community.
Live Local Giving Week on CTV Your Morning Ottawa. Brought to you in part by Kelly Funeral Homes and Capital Funeral Home and Cemetery.
Good morning, come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Willow Yellow.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And I saw that you were saying we might get a little more snowfall.
Yes, snow into the weekend. Rain tomorrow, snow into the weekend. Cold conditions. Really, we're seeing such a mix of everything. You know, like it's warm today with rain, and then it's cold on the weekend, snow on the weekend. So a little wintry mix of it all.
Okay, I keep walking in with like a heavy winter coat.
Yes.
Like I leave the house with a heavy winter coat. Then halfway through I'm walking, I'm just open up the coat. I go, it's not cold, but that's going to change.
Yes, that will change into the weekend.
Colder temperatures are on the way. Full details coming up. Let's start with our news headlines. OC Transpo is providing a new timeline for the opening of the O-Train East extension, saying that it will not be up and running until early next year. And when it does, the last stop will go beyond Blair and extend out to Trim Road in Orleans. The opening date has been pushed several times before. The original opening date was back in 2022.
I'm just trying to get a little clarity on this within, a 3 or 4 month window.
I do anticipate in the next couple weeks to be able to provide that technical briefing to you that would highlight the trial running piece. And, at this point in time, a lot of things still need to go right, but it's definitely achievable to say Q1.
OC Transpo says to hit that date, a lot has to go right, including going through the substantial completion process and trial running. Staff are expected to offer a technical briefing to councillors in the next few weeks.
Drone testing continues downtown Ottawa this week, and experts say hearing a faint buzz in the name of public safety is the right approach.
Drone warfare is now mainstream. And Canada is lacking, and we're behind the power curve in drone warfare and county drone operations. So I think this is great news that we're doing it.
The event has been put on by the Department of National Defense and the RCMP. 20 companies are putting their tech to the test in a mock exercise to protect a 4-block area of the downtown core, including Kent, Queen, Sparks, and Wellington streets. Ontario MPPs have passed the Ford government's highly criticized housing legislation that could make it easier for tenants to get evicted. Voting on Bill 60 took place as protesters shouted from the public gallery at the legislature yesterday. The bill bars tenants from raising new issues at landlord and tenant board hearings and scraps the need for a landlord to offer a tenant compensation if they take back their property for their own use. The Ford government says Bill 60 is about leveling the playing field between tenant and landlord.
Well, I heard it in the House today for sure, but I don't agree with it because we're creating balance in the landlord-tenant system.
We're talking about big property managers who are getting rich off of these schemes, and they're the ones who are going to profit.
Many landlords like the bill as they suggest the scales have been tipped too far in favor of tenants. Even then, advocates say it could lead to more people being put out on the street who only need a bit of grace when missing a payment.
Police are looking for help identifying a suspect allegedly involved in an assault last Friday. This happened at a home on Burnside Avenue. Police say the suspect arranged a meeting through an online dating website, then assaulted and injured the victim. The suspect is described as a black man around 6 feet tall in his early to mid-20s. Police say he was wearing a black winter coat, medical mask, and white sneakers at the time.
2 people are facing assault charges after a brawl over Pokemon cards. This happened yesterday morning at the Costco in Barrhaven. Officers were called to the store after a fight broke out between several people while they were waiting in line for the high-demand cards. 2 people suffered minor injuries.
The OPP are reminding drivers to use the right vehicle for the job when transporting anything long or large. The driver of a smart car was stopped yesterday at the intersection of County Road 29 and McNeely Avenue in Carleton Place with a tall ladder sticking out the back of the vehicle. The driver is charged with having an insecure load under the Highway Traffic Act. That is according towards police.
Singer and actor Donald Glover, also known by his stage name Childish Gambino, has revealed what prompted him to cancel his tour last year.
So when we went to Houston, I went to the hospital and the doctor was like, "You had a stroke."
That stroke led doctors to discover a hole in his heart. Glover shared the details on stage at a music festival this weekend in LA, apologizing to fans for letting them down. He has been recovering after 2 surgeries in the past year.
In sports news, the Ottawa Senators continued their Western road trip with a stop in Hollywood.
Stützle in the zone. Thinks twice. Ace it back. Jensen to the flank. A quick shot. They score!
Nice to see him get a goal. Zetterlund scored that to tie the game at 1, but a power play goal just a few minutes later from LA would be the decider. Final score was 2-1. The Sens are in Vegas tomorrow night.
Brad Paisley is coming to the Capitol, and our friends at Pure Country 94 have a contest to give away some tickets.
That's all right. That's okay. You don't feel important, honey.
Such a great song. That's about his daughter.
Yeah.
So cute. The country music star is bringing his Truck Still Works World Tour to the Canadian Tire Centre on December 13th. Radio station Pure Country 94 is giving you a chance to win some tickets.
You can find a link to enter on our website, ctvnewsottawa.ca, and one of you can even win the grand prize of best seats in the house, which is a pair of tickets in the first 10 rows.
Oh, that is a great prize.
Some seats.
There you go.
And
Might even get like a guitar pick, right? When they throw that out, or an item. There you go.
Brad Paisley is an amazing performer, too. Like, I'm not the biggest country fan here on the show, but I have seen him live, and he is a great performer, awesome guitarist, great singer,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's incredible. Jealous of whoever wins those tickets.
Best seats in the house, baby.
Yes, absolutely. Well, in our forecast this morning, it's going to be quite mild today and over the next few days before we deal with some colder conditions. And then, yes, some snow on the way into the weekend. Cloudy this morning, mild into your afternoon. And this week, we're going to see a real mix of warmer weather, rain, colder weather, and snow. Temperatures right now above that freezing mark to start off your morning. We are still sitting at 1 here to start off your day. It's 2 in Trenton, very warm for Brockville as well as in Kingston, already sitting at 7 and 6 degrees to start off your day. A little bit cloudy still outside this morning. Some areas could already see a little bit of wet weather or some early morning snowflakes this morning, especially areas out in the valley. For us, it will mainly be cloudy throughout the morning and some sunshine into your afternoon. And then tonight, just before midnight, is when we are expecting some rain, and it will rain overnight tonight right through into your day tomorrow. So some very soggy conditions. This system is bringing a real wintry mix. So areas to the north of us and over to the west, you will see actually more snow, more freezing rain than rain. So for us here in Ottawa, we're going to see more rain than anything else, and that's because temperatures tomorrow are really, really warm, and we could see upwards of 15 millimeters of rain in the forecast. Enjoy your drive in today and tonight because it will be nice and clear on our roads. No major issues east to west on the Queensway in terms of conditions on the roads. Warm today, 7 degrees is the high, as seen within Kemptville, Brockville, Cornwall, 8 for Kingston, so really warm across the region for today, 6 out in the valley as well as in Kittagim and Zibi. So for us, we're just expecting that rain overnight tonight into your day tomorrow. We could see upwards of 10 to 15 millimeters of rain in the forecast for us as we head into Thursday. Cooler conditions on the way as we head Thursday and through Friday, and especially as we head into Saturday. Temperatures reaching a high of only -3, so some very cold conditions on the way. Then Sunday's the day we could see some snow, upwards of 10 centimeters.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
Volume starting to pick up now on the Queensway, heading eastbound between Richmond Road to Carling this morning. So we are starting to see a few slowdowns on your drive in.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, CTV News checks in with some early Black Friday shoppers looking for some deals ahead of the busiest shopping day of the year. That is just ahead. Here's a live look through our sky cam. It is Tuesday, November 25th, 1 month away from the big day. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. The long-awaited eastern extension of the LRT is finally expected to open early next year. That update provided by OC Transpo. The Ford government has passed new housing legislation, Bill 60, which has critics worried the bill will make it easier for landlords to evict tenants. Drone testing continues in Ottawa. Experts say the light buzz you may hear in the downtown core is worth it for the added safety.
In our forecast today, some very mild temperatures on the way today and through tomorrow, a high of 7 this afternoon. We are expecting some rain starting overnight tonight, which will continue into your day tomorrow. We could see upwards of 10 to 15 millimeters on the way for tomorrow. Most of the rain happening into the morning and then to the early afternoon. It should clear up late in the day. We could even see a bit of sunshine for Wednesday, a high of 8. Back to regular programming as we head into Thursday. Some more seasonal-like conditions, a high of 2 degrees. That's where temperatures should be sitting this time of the year. Cloudy conditions, and we could even see a few scattered flurries. On your roads this morning, here's a live look at your time-saver traffic, and no major issues east to west, just starting to see volume build. If you are heading eastbound Richmond and through downtown core, is a little bit heavier this hour.
Well, Black Friday is coming up on Friday, but a new trend is to start the markdowns early. CTV's Camille Wilson caught up with shoppers taking full advantage.
This is how we used to picture Black Friday. Now the one-day mad rush is more drawn out. For Doris Rainey and her 2 daughters, Christmas shopping in November is about crossing items off the list.
We do Black Friday shopping once a year.
And bonding.
We enjoy it because I get a mother-daughter event and I get to buy for all my grandchildren with the help of my daughters.
Like many shoppers, when this family sees bargains, they buy.
In today's economy, we need to stretch our dollars
$100 as far as they can go, especially being a mom of 4 kids and all headed to university.
We always look for bargains in our family just to keep the budget on level.
The American tradition of Black Friday has more than caught on in Canada, but the deals here particularly appreciated this year.
The sales are really good, and seeing we're not going to the U.S. anymore to cash in on anything down there, this is really where it's at. So we're happy with the pricing here.
It's no longer just Black Friday. It's really the whole month of November, with retailers spreading out their sales leading up to Black Friday, not just in store, but online as well.
It used to just be Black Friday, and then there was Cyber Monday, and that's it. Now it's really the whole month of November.
With retailers starting deals earlier to cater to online shoppers, many already taking advantage of the discounts.
It's great to come on a Monday or a day where it's not busy and not on the weekend and not the Black Friday kind of rush. So.
I also own a retail store, so Black Friday is a busy time for us, so it's nice to get out ahead of it. We do lots of little things, so like maybe buy one, get one sort of thing, or a smaller like socks with the purchase of a pair of pajamas kind of thing, because you can't compete completely with the big box stores.
Camille Wilson, CTV News.
Today on Your Morning Ottawa, we asked for your comments on toys. What was your favorite toy as a kid? And here's what some of you had to say. Phyllis says, my favorite toy was the Easy Bake Oven. I used to love baking my dad cakes and cookies.
Yes, Phyllis.
I see you smiling.
Yes.
And slight disappointment, Melissa. Brandy says, anything that was a puzzle.
Ooh, I like that. Beverly says, my birthday is on New Year's Day, and I remember my dad coming through the back door with a walking doll.
Oh, my gosh.
I loved her because she was the same size as me, and I would dress her in my clothes. Good memories.
Aww,
I love that
that's
story.
Cute. Richard says, when I was a child, my favorite toy was a Mechano with lots of parts. I don't know that toy, Richard, but I'm sure you had a great time with it.
Sherry says, my favorite toy was a popple.
Oh, yeah.
Love to play with it during the day and then cuddle at night.
I remember those popples.
Yeah.
Yeah. That must have been a 90s toy, I think.
Anything that brings good memories, there you
Yeah,
go. That is so
absolutely.
nice. I love that. Okay, so you know what? That's what we're talking about. We're asking you today on Your Morning Ottawa, what was your favorite toy as a kid? You got to let us know. Email us, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
And coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, these turkeys will be spared the dinner table when Americans gather for Thanksgiving this weekend. We'll tell you more about the annual turkey pardon just ahead. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street this morning. Not a bad looking start to your day, sitting at 1 degree with a high of 7 into the afternoon. It's time now for your morning fix, and we're going to introduce you to a pair of turkeys. This is Gobble, and we also have Waddle, and they get to spend a night at Washington's historic Willard Hotel before heading to the White House, where they will be officially pardoned by President Trump, clearing them of their destiny on a dining room table. So yes, these little Wobble and Gobble are going to be spared. Aren't they lucky?
Look a little done up too for TV. A little feathered,
This
nicely. Look
hotel room
good.
they get to spend a night in.
Nice looking hotel room too.
Right?
Two doubles? Two doubles? Maybe 2 queens? Wow.
Wow.
Just sprucing it up.
And you know what? They're probably just going to enjoy the floor, because I feel like that's what turkeys would want to do.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Well, up next, we are going to show you more about Joni Mitchell.
From Blue to her latest return to the stage, you know, Joni just continues to inspire us with her artistry. So congratulations to Joni Mitchell.
I really don't know.
The singer-songwriter is going to be recognized for her incredible impact on music. She will be only the 3rd recipient of the top honor. Organizers also announced Hamilton's Arkells will play the March 29th award show in their hometown. So will Toronto band The Beaches.
Good lineup.
Exciting stuff.
Arkells, I've never seen them live, but I know that they came out a lot to Southwestern Ontario and once before. People that see them that love them go to every show because they put on such a good live performance.
Oh, that's always great. And Nelly Furtado has been chosen as the newest inductee into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. She is being honored for a career of hits that include songs like A Bird and Man-Eater. Furtado recently announced that she is actually stepping back from live performances for the foreseeable future. So it's unclear at this point whether she will be performing at the awards show or not. I really hope she performs, one last time. Yeah. She's so great.
And so deserving of this.
Oh, absolutely.
To be in the
and I mean, Like a Bird was
Fame.
so long ago. I was in school when that happened, right?
What a great song.
Just goes to
So
show
just
you
a
how
couple
long.
years ago.
Yeah, right. Just goes to show you how long she's been, performing and doing this for. So incredible.
Good on her. Love it. All right, coming up in the next hour, Orpheus Musical Theatre is putting on a production of the beloved musical Annie. The Toy Mountain campaign is well underway. The Salvation Army tells us more about how you can help. And we learn more about how to design our kitchen space with some trending accessories. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It is 6:54 on your Tuesday. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Good morning, Ottawa.
CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video uploaded at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sneha Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
It's Tuesday, November 25th. OC Transpo now says it expects the eastern extension of LRT to open in the first quarter of 2026.
Pretty cool. Ottawa's in Carl Place, so looking for the big actors.
Ooh, a bit of Hollywood in the Ottawa Valley. Some big-name stars are filming a brand new movie in Carleton Place.
And the Toy Mountain campaign is underway. We'll tell you more about how you can help every kid in Ottawa have a Merry Christmas this year. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now.
Good morning. Coming up on 7 o'clock. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
Happy Tuesday. I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb. And we just really quickly want to give you a traffic note this morning because there is an incident on the Queensway. This is eastbound Riverside on the Queensway. So eastbound lanes Riverside on the Queensway. You can see emergency crews are on scene. It looks like there's an incident happening in the right-hand lane. So if you can't avoid that area, it's best to because it looks like traffic is being trickled through. So this is, again, Riverside Drive eastbound on the Queensway this morning.
Thanks, Melissa. We'll provide updates as the show continues on. OC Transpo is providing a new timeline for the opening of the O-Train East extension, saying that it will not be up and running until early next year. When it does, the last stop will go beyond Blair and extend out to Trim Road in Orleans. The opening date has been pushed several times before. The original opening date was set for 2022.
I'm just trying to get a little clarity on this within, a 3 or 4 month window.
I do anticipate in the next coming couple weeks to be able to provide that technical briefing to you. That would highlight the trial running piece. And, at this point in time, a lot of things still need to go right. But it's definitely achievable to say Q1.
OC Transpo says to hit that date, a lot has to go right, including going through the substantial completion process and, of course, the trial running. Staff are expected to offer a technical briefing to councillors within the next few weeks.
Drone testing continues in downtown Ottawa this week, and experts say hearing a faint buzz in the name of public safety is the right approach.
Drone warfare is now mainstream, and Canada is lacking, and we're behind the power curve in drone warfare and county drone operations. So I think this is great news that we're doing it.
The event has been put on by the Department of National Defense and the RCMP. 20 companies are putting their tech to the test in a mock exercise to protect a 4-block area of the downtown core, including Kent, Queen, Sparks, and Wellington streets. Ontario MPPs have passed the Ford government's highly criticized housing legislation that could make it easier for tenants to get evicted. Voting on Bill 60 took place as protesters shouted from the public gallery at the legislature yesterday. The bill bars tenants from raising new issues at landlord and tenant board hearings and scraps the need for a landlord to offer a tenant compensation if they take their property back for their own use. The Ford government says Bill 60 is about leveling the playing field between tenant and landlord.
Well, I heard it in the House today for sure, but I don't agree with it because we're creating balance in the landlord-tenant system.
We're talking about big property managers who are getting rich off of these schemes, and they're the ones who are going to profit.
Many landlords like the bill as they suggest the scales have been tipped too far in favor of tenants. Even then, advocates say it could lead to more people being put on the street who only need a bit of grace when missing a payment.
Mark Carney is said to be considering a trip next week to the U.S. The revelation comes less than 48 hours after the Prime Minister said this when he was asked about when he last spoke with Donald Trump.
Who cares? I mean, it's a detail. It's a detail. I spoke to him. I'll speak to him again when it matters. So we're busy. He's got other things to do, and we'll re-engage when it's appropriate.
Carney spoke to reporters at the G20 summit in South Africa on Sunday. The Conservative leader hammering the Prime Minister for that comment that you just heard.
The Prime Minister says, who cares? All of us on this side of the House care about the communities that are being emptied out in our forestry, the steel workers in Hamilton who don't have jobs to pay their mortgages. We care about those people. Why doesn't he?
If Carney does make the trip, it will be his third visit since his election win back in April. This would be the first visit to the States after Trump halted talks last month over an ad by the government of Ontario, which featured former U.S. President Ronald Reagan criticizing the use of tariffs.
2 people are facing assault charges after a brawl over Pokemon cards. This happened yesterday morning at the Costco in Barrhaven. Officers were called to the store after a fight broke out between several people while they were waiting in line for the high-demand cards. 2 people suffered minor injuries. Celebrated American-born Canadian author Thomas King, who spent a career telling Indigenous stories, says he has learned that he is not Indigenous. In an essay for the Globe and Mail, King says his mother told him his father was part Cherokee when he was just 3 years old. The now 82-year-old has since found out he has no Cherokee heritage. King says he did not purposefully pretend to have Indigenous roots.
In sports, the Ottawa Senators continued their Western road trip with a stop in Hollywood.
Stützle in the zone. Thinks twice. Ace it back. Jensen to the flank. A quick shot. They score on the rebound.
That goal from Zetterlund tied the game at 1, but then just 3 minutes later, LA would score, and that would be the deciding factor. Final score, 2-1. Sens, though, are back on the ice in Vegas tomorrow night.
There's some movie magic in the air in the Ottawa Valley with some very notable Hollywood names, and Carleton Place filming a new movie.
Pretty cool. Hollywood's in Carleton Place, so looking for the big actors.
It's Michael Cera's directorial debut, and he's picked downtown Carlton Place as a feature location for his film Love Is Not the Answer.
The anticipated rom-com stars Pamela Anderson as her character learns that love may not be the solution to all of life's problems, and features big-name co-stars like Jamie Dornan.
I also heard rumor that her rumored flame Richard Gere has been around, spotted.
You mean Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson, pardon me. Yes,
that's okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson. Did I say Richard
You said
Gere? Oh my
Richard
goodness,
Gere.
I always get them mixed up. But there has been a rumor, so who knows if it's true?
Right?
I've been seeing it on the gossip site, so we'll have to wait and see if he makes an appearance.
Oh my gosh, I can just see him. Like, he's so tall.
Yes.
He'd be like her protector, just walking around going, I have a few very special skills, so don't mess with my girlfriend.
Yeah,
That's
so
coming
I'm
from his
sure
movie
people are
Taken.
going to be looking for him too, because that would be pretty cool to see, right?
I wouldn't mess with Pamela Anderson anyway.
Yeah.
She's a powerhouse, yeah.
Right, yeah. I've heard it on the gossip site.
There you go.
I can always trust you with that.
Who knows if it's
tea.
true?
I love
right,
it.
yes. We do have your weather picture of the day as well. Tracy sent this in to us. It's a little walk in Pakenham on Saturday.
Oh, it's
Look at this beautiful picture.
Weather picture brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating, just box me up.
And of course, we want to hear from you as well. Send us a picture and you can see it right here on the show. Send us an email to weathershots@ctv.ca. Again, that's weathershots@ctv.ca. In our forecast today, a nice mild day on the way for us. The temperatures will be above seasonal. Normal for this time of the year is around 2.3 degrees. We'll reach a high of 7 later on this afternoon, and that sun still setting before 4:30 p.m. So very short days in the forecast for us today. Temp sitting at 1 degree, so above that freezing mark to start off your morning. 7 already for Kingston, 6 currently in Brockville, 2 over in Montreal this morning. Some areas could see a little bit of wet weather on the way in terms of Renfrew, Pembroke, as well as out in Bancroft as well. You could see some active weather for us. It will be cloudy throughout most of the day today. We are expecting some rain, but not until overnight tonight. So it looks like just before midnight is when we could start to see a little bit of rain in the forecast. It will then continue early morning tomorrow, right through into your early afternoon. And we could see significant rain on the way. We could see upwards of 10 to 15 millimeters of wet weather on the way for tomorrow, mainly in through Wednesday. Some areas will see messier weather in terms of some freezing rain and some snow. So areas to the north and to the west of us, you're expecting more of a wintry mix in the forecast for us, but for us here in Ottawa, it will stay rain since it will be so mild. However, not done with the winter weather. As we head into Thursday, Friday, we could see some flurries and then lots of snow on the way on Sunday. A high of 7 degrees today, so above seasonal temperatures in Cornwall, Kemptville, Brockville, 8 for Kingston, 9 down in Trenton for today, 6 in the Valley, 4 over in Mont-Tremblant. So for kids heading out to the school bus this morning, temperatures at least above that freezing mark, sitting at 1 degree, and again, could see a few scattered showers this morning or some light flurries, but for the most part, skies will stay nice and dry, and we will see most of that rain happening overnight tonight. 8 is the high for tomorrow. Then as we head into Thursday and Friday, more seasonal light conditions back to normal on Thursday with a high of 2. Overnight Friday, quite cold, dropping all the way down to -10. We'll feel closer to -15 with that wind chill. Staying cold throughout your day on Saturday, a high of only -3. That's your daytime high. At least it will be nice and sunny for the colder conditions. Then on Sunday, that's when we could see some more snow on the way. So we could see upwards of 10 centimeters of snow on Sunday.
7-day weather forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business.
And we still have that collision. This is Riverside, eastbound lanes on the Queensway. You could see emergency crews are on scene, so it is causing some slowdowns this morning. Again, this is 417 eastbound lanes, Vanier Parkway and Riverside Drive. Ottawa says the 3 center lanes are closed due to a collision, so keep that in mind if you are heading anywhere this morning. Now let's check out your TSN must-see moment.
Hey there, Lindsay Hamilton inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Monday. And this comes from a bizarre incident in the Premier League. Everton taking on Manchester United. And in the 13th minute here, Everton's Idrissa Gueye turns it over. So that leads to a great chance for Bruno Fernandes. But it's what happened afterwards. Gueye gets into it with his teammate, Michael Keane. He gives Gueye a couple of shoves. And then in retaliation, he slaps him in the face. Wild. Gueye actually given a straight red card for the slap. Marks the first time since 2008 a player in the Premier League has been kicked out for misconduct against his own teammate. But despite going down to 10 men, Everton actually won the match 1-0. That right there, your must-see moment. Bananas. Meanwhile, tonight on TSN, it is game 1 of the CHL versus USA Prospects Challenge. Pre-game coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now from the Sports Center Newsroom. Have a fantastic day.
Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, the Toy Mountain campaign is underway. We learn more about how you can make sure every kid in Ottawa gets a toy on Christmas morning. We'll have that conversation just ahead. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam this morning. Not a bad looking start to your day. A little bit cloudy, but we will see some sunshine this afternoon and warm. A high of 7 in through your day ahead.
Welcome back, everybody. Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. The long-awaited eastern extension of the LRT is finally expected to open early next year. That update provided by OC Transpo. Ottawa police have arrested 2 people who got an early jump on Black Friday shopping. They say 2 people fought at a Costco in Barrhaven over Pokemon cards. And Mark Carney is said to be considering a trip next week towards the United States. Let's take a look at what the next couple of days look like on your forecast. And today specifically, mostly clouds covering the skies, but no, those temperatures are not wrong. We climb all the way up to 7 degrees this afternoon. There might be a little bit of sunshine out there, but for most of the day, we are going to be spent in the clouds. But temperatures, again, will be nice and mild, but it will not be lasting. Colder temperatures to arrive at the end of the week. As we take a look at your roads this hour, we are still seeing some congestion on the highway, so expect some delays. The 3 center lanes are closed just as we approach the eastbound 417 highway, so expect some delays. If you haven't left yet, right around Riverside, we are starting to see that back up. So a little bit sticky on your morning commute today. Melissa, over to you.
Well, the Orpheus Theatre has this latest production called Annie, and we have JT Morris here and Claire Egan, who's one of the cast members. Good morning to you both.
Morning. Good to see you.
So good to see you both as well. Okay, JT, tell us about this latest production, Annie.
Annie, it's so fantastic. Claire is in it. We just opened over the weekend to huge audiences, almost sold out Friday, Saturday. Wow. We sold out on Sunday, and everybody's loving it, especially with the holidays coming up.
Yeah, I bet. Tell us a little bit about Orpheus Musical Theatre, because you guys put on some top-notch performances.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. We are a community theater, but really our shows are huge, glitzy, and glamoury. We put on 3 shows a year and have been doing so since 1906. So it's actually Canada's oldest community musical theater run entirely by volunteers.
Amazing. And Claire, tell us who you'll be playing.
I play Pepper.
Pepper, and who is Pepper in the show?
She is the really mean orphan and very sassy, but they wanted someone tiny and tough.
Tiny and tough, and I can see that you have that. And you're a triple threat because you could sing, you could dance, you can act, and you could do it all.
Yeah.
What's it like playing Pepper? Is it a lot of fun?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I feel it feels really good to have lines.
Yeah.
And when people look at you, when you look to the audience, when you say your lines.
Oh, that's incredible.
So I love that I just get to be seen. And
yeah, you don't get nervous at all looking out in the audience and seeing all those people? Do you thrive on all that, you know, excitement and energy from the crowd?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah? Okay, you're going to show us a little move here today on what you perform, right? Can you show us what you do in the show? Because not only does she sing and act, she also kind of dances and does aerial acts.
She does, and I'm not scared at all right now.
Okay. Absolutely fantastic. That must be so much fun. So do you do that little move in the show?
No, I don't, but I do that in gymnastics.
Okay, so you've learned it in gymnastics.
Yeah.
But there must be a little bit of dancing involved in the show.
Yes, there is. I do a partner cartwheel with.
Oh.
Yeah, so like she has her legs bent, and then my arms go around like her legs.
That's
and I,
amazing.
Like, do a
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, Annie's one production you have now, but tell us about some other ones coming up.
Absolutely. That one launches our season, but right after that, we have Jesus Christ Superstar happening in March. It's the first time we've ever done that show. And then to close out in June, we'll will be doing Singing in the Rain, which is everybody's exciting for. It's going to be a technical marvel.
I bet. And how can people come out and support you guys and check the shows out?
There are so many ways. You want to hop on our website, orpheusmusicaltheatre.ca, to find every opportunity. But of course, we'd love to see you in the audience. And the best way to do it are subscriptions, which are still on sale right now, to get the best seats at the lowest cost all year long.
And so what does the subscription entail?
So a subscription gets you the best available seats for all 3 shows. You lock them in for the whole year. It's the lowest price, and then you get advance access to ticket sales after that. And this year we already have our highest subscription rate in 10 years, but there's still room for you.
Amazing. And you know, there's so much talent right here in our city that it's really incredible what you guys can put on.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we don't often realize how many people work in the government or work here and in other jobs that actually have so much talent. So we're lucky to have them on our stage all the time.
Amazing. So you want people to come out and support you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and when can people expect you in the show? What's your favorite part of the show?
My favorite part of the show is Hard Knock Life.
Hard Knock Life? Are you in that? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the one where all the orphans are cleaning.
Right.
Yeah, it's really fun.
And is that when you do the double cartwheel? Okay, so you have to go check out the show and look for Clara in that little part. I'm sure you'll see her. And make sure you cheer her on. And where can people go again for more information?
You want to hop on orpheusmusicaltheatre.ca, or you can give us a call at 613-580-2700.
Incredible. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Will.
Thanks, Melissa. Well, Glenn Van Gulik from the Salvation Army joins us this morning to talk about this year's CTV Toy Mountain campaign, but more specifically, it's a new program for school teachers and students in grades 5 and 6 called the School Toy Drive. This year's theme is the Kindness Climb. Good morning to you, Glenn.
Good morning, Will. It's great to be here.
It's so awesome because last year you had so much hype around this event, and now this year we're taking it up a notch. So let's talk about that school toy campaign.
Yeah, so last year, as you said, we piloted the School Toy Drive program in several schools. We had just over 300 students participating, and they did an incredible job. Rosie and I went on the road and visited a few of those schools where the kids had piled their toys and built their toy mountains, supporting children, kids their age, which was wonderful. And this year, we actually just crossed 1,200 students. Whoa. So 4 times that, which is absolutely incredible to see. So a great opportunity for kids to help kids in their community.
And I love that too, because even last year you said, you know, the buzz picked up so quickly that they even want to get involved last year, but obviously this year, 4 times the amount of students getting involved, which is so great, instilling that at a young age. As part of that, what are some of the kits that they're going to be having here? Because it's such a great campaign.
Yeah, it is. Well, what we heard from teachers last year was that they needed more resources. They're on tight budgets, so printing materials was very difficult. They needed more lesson plans that would help them sort of turnkey this in their classrooms. So we actually worked with a couple of teachers, grade 5 and 6, to build lesson plans customized to Toy Mountain, dealing with reading and writing and doing arithmetic, even some budgeting lesson plans, those kinds of things, as well as kindness, which is of course the theme this year, the Kindness Climb. So we built out activity kits. Every school gets a kit. So the classroom, the lead classroom, has a kit with all the resources they need, you know, pencils and kindness notes and stickers and calming strips for those kids that need those things, those types of supports, and notepads. But they also have, you know, their kindness chart, ways that they can be kind in their classroom. You know, I held the door open for someone, or I helped a friend in class. I helped keep my classroom clean. And they can have some stickers to remind them of that great work that they've done and encourage them even more.
I mean, look at some of these ones. Look for a little chances to be kind every day. Let someone go ahead of you in line. Like this is such a wonderful idea.
It's just instilling that thinking of others, which is that philanthropic, you know, sort of approach to things, especially at this time of the year where giving back makes sense. So we've heard from teachers; they're already implementing this in the classrooms. And Rosie and I are actually going out next week, visiting a few different schools this year again, to make sure that they know just how wonderful they are.
Yeah, that's right. Over the next couple of weeks, you'll see Rosie, Melissa, and myself. We're going to each kind of pick a school just to expand this program. If people are looking to get involved, it is so wonderful. How can they contribute towards Toy Mountain?
Well, the easiest way to do that is visit toymountain.ca, click on Ottawa, and they'll find all the information relating to the campaign here in Ottawa. Of course, they can make a donation online and we'll pick up that gift or that toy for a child in need, or they can find all the drop-off locations across the city. Of course, all the major malls, partners at Donnelly Automotive, Walmart, Best Buy, Access Storage, you know, some incredible partners that are drop-off locations where they can drop off that new unwrapped toy, and we'll get it under the tree for a child this year.
It's so great because, especially this time of year, Glenn, like what more can you ask for from the community than providing a child with a gift for Christmas that I think so many of us take for granted?
It's true.
It's such a wonderful campaign. So thank you for starting this and continuing on, just making sure every kid has a gift open on
Well,
Christmas.
it's incredible. We hear about it. We were down last night, and even hearing some parents saying, thank you so much. You've just made it possible for us to have a holiday at Christmas, making it possible for me to put a toy under the tree for my child. So thank you. So thank you to the viewers that make that possible.
Amazing. Well, Glenn, don't worry. We won't let you go through the next couple of weeks. We'll be checking in with you later.
We'll be back.
All right, Rosie, over to you.
When you purchase a brand new vehicle, you expect it to be problem-free. An Ontario man thought that was the case with his brand new truck, but when he went to trade it in, he was told there was an accident claim of more than $13,000. Here's CTV's Pat Foran.
Yeah, baby! What? 9.5! Cooper Gallant of Bowmanville is a professional fisherman involved in competitive bass fishing and major tournaments. 2 years ago, he bought a 2023 Dodge Ram pickup truck that he uses to drive all over North America. Recently, his father, Gary, was helping him trade it in.
Because he relies on it to be very reliable, he wanted to trade it in each year and get a new one.
Even though Gallant had the truck since it was brand new, he was unaware there was a damage claim on his truck's Carfax reports.
He basically said, oh, you have a $13,000 claim. And obviously that was a surprise to me. And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't have any claims on this truck.
It appears when the truck was sitting on a dealer's lot, thieves cut off and stole the truck's catalytic converter, which they sell for precious metals inside. To replace it with a new one costs more than $13,000. It also means the truck's trade-in value is less because it has an accident claim against it.
I don't want to lose out on $5,000 to $8,000, and I want to be able to get the right dollar for it, what I deserve to get.
When Gallant complained to the dealership where he bought it, they said they special ordered the truck and were also unaware of the claim. The Gallants feel replacing the catalytic converter was not an accident and should not affect the truck's resale value.
The claim against it should not have anything to do with the value of the trade-in.
When CTV News reached out to Carfax, the spokesperson said, given there was no accident-related damage and the stolen part was replaced with an OEM part, it should not be considered an accident damage record. The Carfax now lists no damage or accidents, but under service it does show the catalytic converter was stolen and replaced with an OEM part. That was good enough for Gallant, who can now concentrate on fishing and not worry about the value of his truck when he does trade it in.
Big shout out to Pat Foran and CTV News for looking into the problem with my truck. Everything's good, so thank you guys. Appreciate it big time.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
And get ready for the most wonderful time of the year, Ottawa. Magic of Lights is back at Wesley Clover Parks for its 10th incredible season, running right through until January 3rd. A 2-kilometer drive-through with over 2 million twinkling lights. And we have your chance to win a car pass to experience the magic for yourself. To enter, just visit our contest page at ctvottawa.ca. Good luck. And coming up next, if you're planning on a kitchen renovation, Stephanie Daou from Laurier Custom Cabinets shares some of the most popular accessories every modern home should have. Here's a live look at our Skycam on George Street this morning. Starting to see a little bit of sunshine on the way for us with a high of 7 into your day ahead. Join us next week as we highlight the local charities that support our community.
Live Local Giving Week on CTV Your Morning Ottawa. Brought to you in part by Kelly Funeral Homes and Capital Funeral Home and Cemetery.
On
on the nose. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And I think today is going to be one of those days where it might not feel like winter. We have a little snowfall on the ground, but a lot of that might get washed away the next day or so.
Absolutely. A lot of rain on the way tomorrow, so we likely will see that snow go, but we have more of it on the way.
There you go, just like that, full circle moment in a 7-day period. All right, we'll start with our news headlines before we get to the forecast. OC Transpo is providing a new timeline for the opening of the O-Train East extension, saying it will not be up and running until early next year. When it does, the last stop will go beyond Blair and extend out to Trim Road in Orleans. The opening date has been pushed several times before. The original opening date was back in 2022.
I'm just trying to get a little clarity on this within, a 3 or 4 month window.
I do anticipate in the next coming couple weeks to be able to provide that technical briefing to you. That would highlight the trial running piece. And, at this point in time, a lot of things still need to go right, but it's definitely achievable to say Q1.
OC Transpo says to hit that date, a lot has to go right, including going through the substantial completion process and trial running. Staff are expected to offer a technical briefing to councillors in the next few weeks.
Drone testing continues in downtown Ottawa this week, and experts say hearing a faint buzz in the name of public safety is the right approach.
Drone warfare is now mainstream. And Canada is lacking, and we're behind the power curve in drone warfare and county drone operations. So I think this is great news that we're doing it.
The event has been put on by the Department of National Defense and the RCMP. 20 companies are putting their tech to the test in a mock exercise to protect a 4-block area of the downtown core, including Kent, Queen, Sparks, and Wellington streets. Ontario MPPs have passed the Ford government's highly criticized housing legislation that could make it easier for tenants to get evicted. All right, so voting on Bill 60 that took place as protesters shouted from the public gallery at the legislature yesterday. The bill bars tenants from raising new issues at landlord and tenant board hearings and scraps the need for a landlord to offer a tenant compensation if they take back their property for their own use. The Ford government says Bill 60 is about leveling the playing field between tenant and landlord.
Well, I heard it in the House today for sure, but I don't agree with it because we're creating balance in the landlord-tenant system.
We're talking about big property managers who are getting rich off of these schemes, and they're the ones who are going to profit.
Many landlords like the bill as they suggest the scales have been tipped too far in favor of tenants. Even then, advocates say it could lead to more people being put on the street who only need a bit of grace when missing a payment.
Police are looking for help identifying a suspect allegedly involved in an assault last Friday. This happened at a home on Burnside Avenue. Police say the suspect arranged a meeting through an online dating website and then assaulted and injured the victim. The suspect is described as a black man around 6 feet tall in his early to mid-20s. Police say he was wearing a black winter coat, medical mask, and white sneakers at the time.
2 people are facing assault charges after a brawl over Pokemon cards. This happened yesterday morning at the Costco in Barrhaven. Officers were called to the store after a fight broke out between several people while they were waiting in line for the high-demand cards. 2 people suffered minor injuries.
The OPP are reminding drivers to use the right vehicle for the job when transporting anything long or large. The driver of a smart car was stopped yesterday at the intersection of County Road 29 and McNeely Avenue in Carleton Place with a tall ladder sticking out the back of the vehicle. The driver is charged with having an insecure load under the Highway Traffic Act, according to Ords Police.
Singer and actor Donald Glover, also known by his stage name Childish Gambino, has revealed what prompted him to cancel his tour last year.
So when we went to Houston, I went to the hospital and the doctor was like, "You had a stroke."
That stroke led doctors to discover a hole in his heart. Glover shared the details on stage at a music festival this weekend in LA, apologizing to fans for letting them down. He has been recovering after 2 surgeries in the past year.
The Ottawa Senators continued their western road trip with a stop in Hollywood.
Stützle in the zone. Thinks twice. Lays it back. Jensen to the flank. A quick shot. They score on the rebound.
A highlight, Zetterlund tying the game at 1, but it wasn't enough. A power play goal from LA just a few minutes later would be the game-winning goal to secure a 2-1 loss for the Sens. The Sens are in Vegas, though, tomorrow night with puck drop at 10 p.m.
The excitement is building for the FIFA World Cup, and 6 Canadian kids will have the opportunity of a lifetime.
This is amazing. Kia Canada is searching for 6 young Canadians with a passion for soccer to become official match ball carriers at next year's World Cup.
All you have to do, listen up parents, to nominate your child, and you have to just submit a video outlining their love for the game. It's available to kids between the age of 9 and 14.
I love that.
Oh my goodness, what an opportunity. So
Right?
6 kids, okay? Let's have at least one from Ottawa. Let's make it happen. Come on now.
I think we can do it. You know, especially with our CTV program, we have like the Myers Team of the Week. We get a lot of submission videos there. This is your chance to have it on a much bigger stage, and it would be special. That would be a memory that would last a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Not a bad thing.
No.
Very exciting. Our forecast today, we're seeing not bad conditions as well. Maybe we could even play a little bit of soccer outside today. It will be that mild. We will reach a high of 7 later on this afternoon. Still a little bit cloudy outside this morning, and then this week we're really going to see a mix of warm temperatures, cold temperatures, rain, and even some snow towards the end of the weekend. 2 degrees, so we have warmed up a little bit here this morning. 7 in Kingston, 6 in Brockville, 3 now in Montreal. So the temperatures slowly warming up this morning. In our skies, it is a cloudy start to your day. Some areas could see a few scattered showers early this morning and some light scattered flurries. However, cloudy throughout most of the day with some sunshine on the way late this afternoon. Overnight tonight is when we're expecting some rain. So just before midnight is when we could start to see that rain, and it will continue to rain heavy at times as well, especially early in the morning tomorrow into your early afternoon. We could see upwards of 10 to 15 millimeters of rain. This system is large, and some areas will see snow, more wintry mix with some snow, with some freezing rain, especially areas to the north of us and to the west of us. For us, it will likely be rain throughout the most part. However, as we head into the overnight tomorrow, it could change to snow. We could still see some flurries Thursday and through Friday. So we do have a little mixture of everything on the way for us. Temperatures today pretty warm. Even this morning, mainly cloudy skies throughout your morning recess. Temperatures hovering around 5 and 6 degrees. Then this afternoon, we'll reach our daytime high of 7, and we will get to see a bit more of that sunshine on the way as we head into the late part of your afternoon. Over the next couple of days, a little mixture of everything. So warm conditions today, tomorrow, 7 and 8 are the highs. Again, all that rain on the way as we head into tomorrow. Thursday, back to normal seasonal temperatures, a high of only 2 degrees. Chance of scattered flurries Thursday and through Friday. Then very cold overnight Friday and through your day on Saturday. On your roads this morning, the eastbound 417 at Riverside, the right shoulder and right lane is closed due to a collision that happened earlier this morning. So traffic is quite built up in that area. Again, we're seeing heavy volume in that direction. So keep that in mind before heading anywhere this morning. Again, this is 417 eastbound at the Vanier Parkway. You can see emergency crews are on scene directing traffic, but it is still causing heavy volume. 417, we're also seeing slowdowns eastbound from Richmond right through to Island Park, and then westbound lanes seeing backups from Hunt Club to Nicholas this morning.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers. 1-800-JUSTICE.
If you are considering a kitchen renovation, there are some incredible accessories available that many people just may overlook. I've got Stephanie Dowse from Delorier Custom Cabinets here to talk about how you can just freshen up that kitchen.
Definitely.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You brought along a ton of photographs to talk about how just something, you add an accessory and it can make all the difference.
Definitely, yeah. It's all those little things we can do to make everything more functional.
Yeah.
Elevate your design.
Okay.
Make it all more practical.
Okay, let's talk about elevating that design. Let's take a look at the first photograph that you have for us here and see what you have. Oh my gosh.
Okay, this one here. So corner cabinets are always a pain in kitchen design. So this here, we call it the kidney shape pull-out.
Oh, you call it the kidney shape
So we
pull-out.
use it in more modern designs. So it pulls out completely, it's soft close going back in, and then it gives you access to the entire cabinet.
Okay, so what accessories do people overlook in the kitchen that really could could elevate that design, make their lives a lot easier?
So I would say rollouts. So a lot of people, drawers, actual drawer cabinets are a lot more expensive.
Okay.
So whenever you add rollouts behind closed doors, it makes a whole lot of difference, and it's more cost effective.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I really love seeing these pictures here. Let's see a few more so we can talk over them.
Ooh,
There
this
you
one.
go.
Okay, so this one is a spice pull-out cabinet with adjustable shelving. So all of your spice containers, your bigger containers from Costco, everything can go in there, and it's very, very practical.
So organized.
Yeah. Okay, so I love this. So if your design doesn't allow for a spice pull-out, you can simply do a spice insert in one of your drawers. So all your spice bottles are sitting on an angle and they're all visible.
Very practical and stylish too.
Yes.
And there's another, this is a pull-out?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one here, declutter your countertop, all of your
yes.
spatulas, cooking utensils, take those off the counter, put them in those little containers, and then you can put your taller oil bottles at the bottom.
You know, I'm wondering about how you can elevate, you know, you can take the accessories and have it elevate an area. And I think by adding that pull-out or roll-out, you're clearing your kitchen. Because sometimes, let's be honest, you put something and then all of a sudden you're like, where's my counter?
Exactly.
There's so many things.
I know. Take everything off the counter, declutter.
Yeah. So it's a good way to do that, right? It was to clear, make everything crisp, and then everything has a place.
Yep.
Okay,
Exactly.
I think that that is so neat when you do that. Now, when you're talking about this, how long does it take to make a change like that? Like maybe even a pull-out, for example?
I mean, it's all stuff that we plan when we first meet the client, right?
Okay.
So they give us a wish list, and then we just make sure that we incorporate everything that they want in terms of storage to make it more practical, and it has to suit their budget as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So talking about budget, that's not an awkward thing. It's like, look, what's your budget, right?
Exactly.
Is that how you approach it?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then you can craft something around that, right? 'Cause
definitely.
I mean, you want the customer to be happy.
Exactly.
And you want to change. What are customers asking for mostly? What are their dreams here for their kitchen mostly?
In terms of accessories?
Yeah.
So, like I said, declutter. Everything needs its own place. Everything needs to be more functional. Yeah, just make it simple, nice and clean.
I think that that is so good.
Yeah.
Adding those beautiful accessories, just elevating the kitchen. It looks beautiful. Thank you for all those photographs, because you know I was just like, ooh, look at that. It's so nice. Thank you very much for coming on. Stephanie Douse here with Delorier Custom Cabinets. Oh, just elevating. Just that's what it is. It's all about that elevation of design.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for coming on again. Melissa.
There are some signs that mortgage defaults are decreasing across Canada. We'll tell you more in our Mortgage Minute with Frank Napolitano at Mortgage Brokers Ottawa. And Frank is standing by right there in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam this morning. A cloudy start to your day, but very warm. A high of 7 degrees later on this afternoon. Well, there are some positive signs with Canada's housing market, and here with more details, we have Frank Napolitano from Mortgage Brokers Ottawa. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And the good news is people are defaulting on their mortgage less than before.
Which again, I mean, not surprising. In Canada, we've always believed, unlike the U.S., where in the U.S. they use it almost as you know, they get to write off the interest. In Canada, you don't get to write off the interest. People are very loyal when it comes to their home, and they're very passionate about continuing to be homeowners. So, you know, they'll give up going out to restaurants and stuff to make sure that they make their mortgage payments.
The expensive car to make sure they have a mortgage. Yeah. Okay, so this is a good sign.
It is really good sign because the risk level is already minimal. And, you know, as a mortgage broker, I feel like we take too little risk, and clearly it shows, because when the delinquency rates are as low as they are in an environment where it's so expensive to live, again, it looks very good for the banks, but I still think that we're a little bit too tight when it comes to lending out on mortgages.
Do you think this will change the market at all?
Well, I think, obviously, I think the big concern for next year is that most people that have mortgages that locked in 5 years ago, their mortgage rate starts with a 1, and now it's going to go to a 3. So there's concern there that maybe those delinquency rates, and that's why when the banks report their earnings every year, you see that they're putting more and more aside for potential loan losses because they're fearful of this, but yet they were fearful of this in the beginning of 2025 as well, and yet here we are, our numbers are still low. So But there's a little concern over it, but there's options. So again, I mean, don't get caught in the trap of starting to miss mortgage payments and giving control to the bank or your lender. There's ways to get ahead of it. So that's what I would suggest to many Canadians.
Can you give us some of those details on what people could do if they're worried that they're going to miss that payment?
Yeah, so first of all, if you bought a house and you bought it with less than 20% down, you have what's called default insurance. Many people know it as CMHC because they're the Crown Corporation, but there's CMHC, Sagen, and Canada Guarantee. All three of these default insurers have kind of little perks in place where if you lose your job, if for some reason you're just behind on everything, you can reach out to them. Number one, they'll tell you, reach out to your lender first. And if your lender doesn't give you the proper answer, then reach out to us, and then we'll communicate on your behalf with the lender. And what they do is they insure the mortgage so that the lender is not at risk, and they'll say, for the next 3 months, can you just let these people just make the interest payments only? So as a bank, you'll get your interest, but don't worry about the principal. Like, so reduce their payments to give them an opportunity to catch up, because we don't want them to go into default. Now, if you bought your house or if you own your house and there's more than 20% down, so you don't have the default insurance, most banks and lenders have skip a payment options. And they're really intended for people that are maybe just tight. And we see it a lot around Christmas time in January, where people have really gone above and beyond with their expenditures. So reach out, but always do it before you get in arrears. It's hard to do it when you're in arrears. So if you feel like you're going to be tight on it, reach out to your bank and start having that conversation while your payments are up to date. Because once you get in arrears, much more difficult. Sometimes they put you onto a different department, and then you're not getting maybe the same results.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and always nice to have some good signs in the housing situation in Canada. We'll be right back after this.
Today on Your Morning Ottawa, we asked for your comments on toys. What was your favorite toy as a kid? And here's what you had to say, Will.
Debbie says, I was always excited when Santa brought me games like Don't Break the Ice, Tip Top, and Don't Spill the Beans. Light Bright comes close in second, but nothing beat the surprises in the Christmas stocking, though. Thanks, Mom. Wink, wink.
Looking for some more surprises this year. Lauren says, my favorite toy as a kid growing up in the 70s was Hugo. I'm trying to think of that. Wow. Yeah, I'm wondering if you still have it, though. That would be so neat.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you for that, Lauren.
Kelly says my favorite and most used toy around 1975 was a pair of K-Tel Super Slider snow skates.
Oh.
Comparing these pieces of plastic to today's standards, I'm not sure how we survived. What a blast.
Chloe says my favorite toy was my Easy Bake Oven. Hello. I loved making cakes, brownies, and cake pops. After that, I went to Anna and Elsa dolls. Hey, Melissa, can we get a nice warm day with it not raining or snowing, please? I thought they'd just throw that in there, Melissa, to you.
Just, you know, you can have a nice inside day with your Easy Bake Oven.
There you go.
And then head outside and enjoy it. Lorraine says, I have a memory of wanting a paper doll set. I was around 5 years old, 1960s.
Oh, let's see.
And we actually have a photo of it. Look at that.
There you go.
So great.
Wow, that is so neat. Thank you for that, Lorraine. Really appreciate that. And thank you for all your response. Really appreciate that. What was your favorite toy as a kid? Let us know. Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca.
And here are your milestone celebrations for Tuesday, November 25th. And we're going to start off with a happy 12th birthday to Alexander. Love from Mom, Mark, Noah, Gammy, Gampy, and Watson. And of course, if you have a milestone, celebrate it with us and your birthday announcements for kids turning 13 years old and younger, and for those turning 100 or more. We also do wedding anniversaries for those celebrating 50 years or more. All you have to do is send us an email, Your Morning Ottawa Milestones at ctv.ca, and we'll be sure to get your announcement on the air. Here's a live look through our sky cam this morning, and I'm sorry, Chloe, it's a bit of a gray day. It is mild, though, and no rain on the way for this afternoon. So here's your bippity-boppity-boo, your mild day. Not a lot of sunshine, unfortunately, though. But yes, cold into the weekend and snow on the way.
The Davidson family believes that every child deserves a toy on Christmas morning.
Drop off your new unwrapped gifts at any of our 11 Davidson locations.
The Davidson family and Toy Mountain, helping families this holiday season.
It's Tuesday, November 25th. OC Transpo now says it expects the eastern extension of LRT to open in the first quarter of 2026.
A controversial piece of legislation that would make it easier for tenants to get evicted has officially passed at Queen's Park.
And looking to hone your artistic skills in the new year, we check in with the Ottawa School of Art this morning. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now.
Good morning. 1 month before Christmas. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edna.
We all know I'm counting the days,
Yes,
the hours,
you
and
are.
minutes. I'm Will Aiello.
As wild as just 1 month away, and I'm Melissa Lamb. I'm like, all these things I have to do. I only have 30 days.
It's like an excitement and then nervousness, and then are we prepared? And then you start
Yes.
thinking about everything, but it is crazy thinking that only a few weeks left.
Right? It's wild.
Well, maybe I have some things for you to pick out in our live local shopping spree coming up, just for some last-minute ideas. That's coming up later on. We're going to start with the news headlines as OC Transpo is officially providing a new timeline for the opening of the O-Train East extension, saying it will not be up and running until early next year. And when it does, the last stop will go beyond Blair and extend out to Trim Road in Orleans. The opening date has been pushed several times before. That original opening date was back in 2022.
I'm just trying to get a little clarity on this within, a 3 or 4 month window.
I do anticipate in the next in a couple weeks to be able to provide that technical briefing to you. That would highlight the trial running piece. And, at this point in time, a lot of things still need to go right. But it's definitely achievable to say Q1.
OC Transpo says to hit that date, a lot has to go right, including going through the substantial completion process and trial running. Staff are expected to offer a technical briefing to councillors in the next few weeks.
Drone testing continues in downtown Ottawa this week, and experts say hearing a faint buzz in the name of public safety is the right approach.
Drone warfare is now mainstream. And Canada is lacking, and we're behind the power curve in drone warfare and county drone operations. So I think this is great news that we're doing it.
The event has been put on by the Department of National Defense and the RCMP. 20 companies are putting their tech to the test in a mock exercise to protect a 4-block area of the downtown core, including Kent, Queen, Sparks, and Wellington streets. Ontario MPPs have passed the Ford government's highly criticized housing legislation that could make it easier for tenants to get evicted. Voting on Bill 60 took place as protesters shouted from the public gallery at the legislature yesterday. You could hear them there. The bill bars tenants from raising new issues at landlord and tenant board hearings and scraps the need for a landlord to offer a tenant compensation if they take back their property for their own use. The Ford government says Bill 60 is about leveling the playing field between tenant and landlord.
Well, I heard it in the House today for sure, but I don't agree with it because we're creating balance in the landlord-tenant system.
We're talking about big property managers who are getting rich off of these schemes, and they're the ones who are going to profit.
Many landlords like the bill, as they suggest the scales have been tipped too far in favor of tenants. Even then, advocates say it could lead to more people being put on the street who only need a bit of grace when missing a payment.
Mark Carney is said to be considering a trip next week towards the United States The revelation comes just less than 48 hours after the Prime Minister said this when he was asked about when he last spoke with Donald Trump.
Who cares? I mean, it's a detail. It's a detail. I spoke to him. I'll speak to him again when it matters. So we're busy. He's got other things to do, and we'll re-engage when it's appropriate.
Carney spoke to reporters at the G20 summit in South Africa on Sunday. The Conservative leader hammering the Prime Minister for that comment.
The Prime Minister says, who cares? All of us on this side of the House care about the communities that are being emptied out in our forestry, the steel workers in Hamilton who don't have jobs to pay their mortgages. We care about those people. Why doesn't he?
If Carney does make the trip, that'll be his third visit since his election win back in April. This would be the first visit to the States after Trump halted talks last month over an ad by the government of Ontario, which featured former U.S. President Ronald Reagan criticizing the use of tariffs.
2 people are facing assault charges after a brawl over Pokemon cards. This happened yesterday morning at the Costco in Barrhaven. Officers were called to the store after a fight broke out between several people while they were waiting in line for the high-demand cards. 2 people suffered minor injuries. Celebrated American-born Canadian author Thomas King, who spent a career telling Indigenous stories, says he has learned that he is not Indigenous. In an essay for the Globe and Mail, King says his mother told him his father was part Cherokee when he was just 3 years old. The now 82-year-old has since found out he has no Cherokee heritage. King says he did not purposefully pretend to have Indigenous roots.
In sports, the Ottawa Senators continued their western road trip with a stop in Hollywood.
Stützle in the zone. Thinks twice. Ace it back. Jensen to the flank. A quick shot. They score on the rebound.
Zetterlund scoring that goal to tie the game at 1-1, but then just a few minutes later on the power play, LA scored again to take the win 2-1. Sens are back in Vegas, though, tomorrow night at 10 p.m.
Canada has a new top dog.
Yeah, a new Pekingese named Prince came in first place at the Canadian Kennel Club's National Championship Dog Show. That was in Mississauga over the course of the weekend. Prince and his collected owner, the best show in honor of the $5,000 prize.
Prince also took top honors in the toy division. The event brought together 814 dogs from across the country.
So much fur, it's hard to see his little face.
Yeah,
eh?
over 800 dogs there too. Wow. What a nice prize to win.
Yes. It was so good. Very nice. So is it a good day to take the dog for a long walk, Melissa?
It's one of those days you're going to want to get outside at some point and enjoy the milder conditions today, because tomorrow's looking a little bit wet, and then it will be cold in through the weekend. So if you like a nice mild day to walk, today's a perfect day to do it. We're already sitting at 2 degrees here to start off your morning, and we will warm up, of course, into the afternoon. Temperatures fairly similar across the region, 7 in Kingston, 5 in Brockville, 3 in Montreal this hour. Some areas could still see a few scattered showers or some light flurries early this morning, but for the most part, it's going to be a cloudier day, a little bit of sunshine. We're trying to see that sun peek through those clouds right now outside. Into your day tomorrow, it's looking wet. So overnight tonight, just before midnight, we're expecting some rain to start. It will then continue to rain right through into your day tomorrow. We could see upwards of 10 to 15 millimeters. So significant rain on the way in through tomorrow, melting away, of course, a lot of that snow that we've seen earlier the past month. However, snow not quite done with us yet. We do have more in the 7-day forecast, including Thursday, Friday, where there is a chance we could see some scattered flurries on the way, and then into the weekend we could get a good wallop of snow on Sunday. 7 degrees for today, so normal for this time of the year is around 2 degrees, so we will be well above that into the afternoon. 9 in Trenton, 8 in Kingston, 7 in Kemptville, so very mild across the region. 6 for the valley today, 4 for Mont Tremblant, so even mild out in the mountains today. Here's a look at the next few days. So mild today, tomorrow 7 and 8 are the daytime highs. More sunshine as we head into today than tomorrow. It's looking wet, especially early in the morning, early afternoon. Late in the day, we could see a little bit of that sunshine on the way for Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, back down to seasonal conditions. A high of 2 degrees on Thursday. Chance of those scattered flurries. Saturday, quite cold. A daytime high of only -3. Then as we head into Sunday, we are expecting about 10 centimeters of snow. On your roads, we do have a collision still, a new collision, 417 eastbound at the 416 split. So there is a new collision this morning. We're also dealing with heavy traffic, 417 eastbound at Riverside due to an earlier morning collision. The 417 eastbound is slow from Richmond to Island Park, and again, it slows down again around Nicholas due to that collision. Westbound lane seeing backups from Hunt Club through Nicholas this hour. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam this morning. Still not a lot of sunshine right now, but we are hoping to see a little bit of on the way this afternoon and a warm day ahead with a high of 7. Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Welcome back, everybody. We are officially 1 month away until Christmas, so we want you to get into the festive spirit and shop for all your holiday needs, from gifts to decor, at this weekend's 613 Holiday Night Market. Joining us today, we have another 3 vendors, and we are going to start with Kate, the owner of the August Press. Good morning to you.
Hi there.
I love this so much. Before we get into what you have here, tell me a little bit about the August Press so our viewers can be aware.
Yeah, so I'm Kate Punnett, and I run the August Press. It's a sustainable pressed flower studio. And I used to be a florist, and I used local flowers from local flower farms and flowers I grew. And I was always trying to find a way to extend the season. As we know, local flowers are only here for a short time. So I started pressing flowers and using a lot of my floristry design principles. I make custom, one-of-a-kind art, and then I make prints and cards, and then I make some original art as well, which will be at the market this weekend.
They're so beautiful.
Thank
How do you
you.
come up with some of these creations? Because I'm sure you're maybe a little biased towards some flowers that you like more than
really
others.
Am.
Yeah.
But I love celebrating the seasons that we have. There's this ephemeral quickness of flowers, so finding a way to keep the season and mix the colors is a really it's really part of my art process. And I also create flower presses out of a need in the industry. I couldn't find a flower press that did the job I wanted, so I started making these in my dad's workshop, and slowly it grew into kind of the backbone of my business. I ship my flower presses across North America, so I sell the art and I sell the tool that makes the art.
Oh, that's so cool. So people can maybe attempt it themselves as well. And how great is it to be at the market? How has the response been like over the years when you go there and you see people actually coming to see all the amazing work that you do?
Christmas is so fun. Every year I do a Christmas print. This is my print for this year, and I get it on cards and I put it in card packs. So everyone's kind of excited to see local flowers in the middle of winter. I always say I save them up for everyone. And yeah, it's such a joyful time. My whole brand and my whole journey of being an artist is about hope. And I have that little corner on the booth at the 613 Flea this weekend, and I'll be there, so come by and have a chat with me.
Oh, I love it. Well, thanks for joining us today, and who doesn't love flowers any time of the year? Nini, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell me a little bit about what you have here today, because your company is really cool and you'll be at the market as well.
Yeah, so Whitney is an ethical fashion home brand based out of Ottawa, and everything you see here was designed by myself and sewn by my mom and I, and with the help of a Toronto-based production team.
Oh, that's so awesome. How did you even come up with the idea? You said it was you and your mom, so did you guys kind of collectively get together? Was it you and them like, hey Mom, why don't we jump in here and let's do this together?
Yes, that's kind of exactly what happened. I actually started off as a vintage reseller, and then I just decided I've always wanted to pursue fashion design. I've never actually had any experience, but my mom's a seamstress, so I kind of like watched her do her thing, and then I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to attempt it. And once I did, we joined forces, and now we make like cutesy, whimsical pieces together.
That's such a great combination. All right, highlight a couple of products you want today and tell me a little bit about them.
Okay, let's start with like what's on our bust form here. So this is a Bessie sweatshirt, definitely the most popular, and I totally get it. It kind of pays homage to the Michelangelo painting, Creation of Adam, but instead we add a little quirky little twist with the paw there. It's made out of bamboo, so it's super, super soft. We have the collars here, a bit more niche, but the people that get it, get it.
I love them.
Yeah, and then we have the softy set, which is also super, super popular, made out of bamboo, and I designed this during COVID when everyone was wearing like sweatsuits, and I was like, let me look like I tried a little bit harder. And so that's how that came to be.
Oh, well, these are so amazing, and congratulations. They're so soft. I love that you and your mom are part of that as well. And thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, Mesa, we got to come to you
morning.
next because these dogs have been triggering at least Melissa and Rosie and I's eyes from afar. Tell me a little bit about your company before we get into this.
My company name is named after my dog Dora, and I make little felting sculpture and accessory. I love animals, so all my products are related to them. And I bring some of my product today. Here is the cat and dog pin, and you can pin them on your shirt or bag. And yeah, these are the mini animal sculpture, and I turn them into an ornaments in this holiday season. And I mainly focus on the custom little felting sculpture for people's pets. And for example, this is my friend Nico, and he passed away 2 years ago. So I make a mini version of him to remember him. And this is Layla, and she is very famous on the Instagram. And I really love her facial expressions. So, so if a customer would like to order the custom sculpture for their pet, and just simply send me the email of their pet photo, like the front view, the side, at the back, and tell me about a little bit of their personality, and I will make them based on the information I have.
That is so amazing. And you know, if you've been like a dog lover or an animal lover, and you have had a pet pass away, you know, it's really hard on the whole family. And having something like this, it can be so memorable. How did you even come up with this idea? Because I think it's so thoughtful, and this is a really powerful gift for someone who's, even if you haven't lost a pet, just to have one in general. So how did you come up with this idea?
Because I love animals, and I'm volunteer at the dog shelter for many years. And because since Nico passed away, and I'm thinking, oh, how about I can make a mini version of him to remember him. So it really touched my heart. So I started the needle felting. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And then, you know what, these are perfect for stocking stuffers as well, or the little ornaments on the trees. This is so great. I love when we have all of you in here. Really appreciate all of your time. And again, you want to hit the flea, you can hit it 613. You can get all these wonderful stocking stuffers or perfect cozy gifts for this holiday season. Thanks, everybody. All right, we're going to take a peek outside. There, our sky came on George Street, and I know it might not look like it. Not a lot of snowfall out there, and we got some rain before temperatures drop, and then that white stuff starts to fall from the sky. Full details coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The magic of the holidays is here, and this year the need is greater than ever.
Let's ensure every child in our community feels the joy with CTV and Move 100's Toy Mountain.
Together with the Salvation Army, we can help spread cheer and make a child's wish come true.
Drop off any new unwrapped toy to the designated drop-off locations or make a monetary donation online.
For all the details, visit toymountain.ca, presented by Donnelly Automotive Group.
'Tis the season to lend a helping hand, Ottawa.
Join us for the CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive on Friday, December 12th. We're teaming up with the Ottawa Food Bank to help our neighbors this holiday season.
Drop off your non-perishable food items at 87 George Street or make a monetary donation, allowing the Ottawa Food Bank to buy what's needed most when it's needed.
CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive, December 12th, proudly sponsored by Doyle Saluski.
Hey there, Lindsay Hamilton inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Monday. And this comes from a bizarre incident in the Premier League. Everton taking on Manchester United. In the 13th minute here, Everton's Idrissa Gueye turns it over. So that leads to a great chance for Bruno Fernandes. But it's what happened afterwards. Gueye gets into it with his teammate, Michael Keane. He gives Gueye a couple of shoves. And then in retaliation, he slaps him in the face. Wild. Gueye actually given a straight red card for the slap. Marks the first time since 2008 a player in the Premier League has been kicked out for misconduct against his own teammate. But despite going down to 10 men, Everton actually won the match 1-0. That right there, your must-see moment. Bananas. Meanwhile, tonight on TSN, it is game 1 of the CHL versus USA Prospects Challenge. Pre-game coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a fantastic day.
Well, from the Hollywood Hills to the Ottawa Valley, as CTV's Dylan Dyson reports, some big names are in Carleton Place filming a brand new film.
The front of Matt DeRoche's apartment in Carleton Place has become the scene of a new Hollywood movie.
He told me Michael Cera and Pamela Anderson were going to be in it, and I was stoked. I was freaking stoked, man.
It's Michael Cera's directorial debut, and he's picked downtown Carleton Place as a feature location for his film, Love Is Not the Answer.
I spoke to him for like a few minutes, and he was like thanking me for letting me use my house, or letting him use my place, and I was like, dude, you don't have to thank me, man, anytime. I told him how much I love Superbad, and he loved that. It was awesome.
The anticipated rom-com stars Pamela Anderson as her character learns that love may not be the solution to all of life's problems, and features big-name co-stars like Jamie Dornan.
We've had more than a few movies shot here. We've had them shot at inside the town hall, in many of our businesses downtown, and a few homes around the area. So it's always neat to see your local hometown as part of these big movie productions, and this is one of the bigger ones for sure.
The chance to catch a glimpse of the stars drawing big crowds in the small town.
It's fun to see somebody that you've seen in other movies, and yeah, so between Pamela Anderson and Michael Cera, it's kind of cool.
We haven't seen a lot. We think we saw Pamela Anderson cross the street.
Oh, I love watching all the background stuff, watching the background actors, but we're really hoping to see Pamela Anderson or Jamie Dornan.
Pretty cool. Hollywood's in Carleton Place, so looking for the big actors.
This isn't the first and likely won't be the last big screen movie filmed in the Ottawa Valley, which is becoming a hotspot for Hollywood's elite.
There was another movie filmed here too. It was Fat Man, and Mel Gibson was in it, and I got to watch them film up the street too. I didn't get to meet him though, but I was excited for that to come out. When it came out, sure enough, my building and my bedroom window was in the movie.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News, Carleton Place.
So awesome having them right here just outside of the Ottawa region. And Michael Cera, I gotta agree with our reviewer, Superbad, iconic film. Well, this superfood is not only nutritious, but so easy to incorporate into your daily life. Coming up, we show you how. Ooh, and they're giving us a nice wave. Mike, hands off, hands off. Those are for us. That's coming up a little bit later on. Guess it's in our Your Morning Delorier kitchen coming up. And outside, a little gray today, but Melissa letting us know well above seasonal temperatures. Stay with us. We'll be right back. I'm Rosie Edna. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Will Yellow.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And we're going to get right to our news headlines. OC Transpo is providing a new timeline for the opening of the O-Train East extension. This is something that has been expected to be running back in 2022, and now it's not expected to run until early next year. When it does, the last stop will go beyond Blair and extend out to Trim Road in Orleans. The opening date has been pushed several times, and again, it was expected to be open in 2022.
I'm just trying to get a little clarity on this within, a 3 or 4 month window.
I do anticipate in the next coming couple weeks to be able to provide that technical briefing to you. Okay. That would highlight the trial running piece, and at this point in time, a lot of things still need to go right, but it's definitely achievable to say Q1.
OC Transpo says to hit that date, a lot has to go right, including going through the substantial completion process and trial running. Staff are expected to offer a technical briefing to councillors within the next few weeks.
Drone testing continues in downtown Ottawa this week, and experts say hearing a faint buzz in the name of public safety is the right approach.
Drone warfare is now mainstream, and Canada is lacking, and we're behind the power curve in drone warfare and county drone operations. So I think this is great news that we're doing it.
The event has been put on by the Department of National Defense and the RCMP. 20 companies are putting their tech to the test in a mock exercise to protect a 4-block area of the downtown core, including Kent, Queen, Sparks, and Wellington streets. Ontario MPPs have passed the Ford government's highly criticized housing legislation that could make it easier for tenants to get evicted. You hear opposition to the bill. Now, voting on Bill 60 took place as protesters shouted from the public gallery at the legislature yesterday. The bill bars tenants from raising new issues at landlord and tenant board hearings and scraps the need for a landlord to offer a tenant compensation if they take their property back for their own use. The Ford government says Bill 60 is about leveling the playing field between tenant and landlord.
Well, I heard it in the House today for sure, but I don't agree with it because we're creating balance in the landlord-tenant system.
We're talking about big property managers who are getting rich off of these schemes, and they're the ones who are going to profit.
Landlords like the bill as they suggest the scales have been tipped too far in favor of tenants. Even then, advocates say it could lead to more people being put out on the street who only need a bit of grace when missing a payment.
Police are looking for help identifying a suspect allegedly involved in an assault last Friday. This happened at a home on Burnside Avenue. Police say the suspect arranged a meeting through an online dating website and then assaulted and injured the victim. The suspect is described as a black man around 6 feet tall in his early to mid-20s. Police say he was wearing a black winter coat, medical mask, and white sneakers at the time.
2 people are facing assault charges after a brawl over Pokemon cards. This happened yesterday morning at the Costco in Barrhaven. Officers were called to the store after a fight broke out between several people while they were in line waiting for the high-demand cards. 2 people suffered minor injuries.
The OPP are reminding drivers to use the right vehicle for the job when transporting anything long or large. The driver of a smart car was stopped yesterday at the intersection of County Road 29 and McNeely Avenue in Carleton Place with a tall ladder sticking out the back of the vehicle. The driver is charged with having an insecure load under the Highway Traffic Act, according to police.
Singer and actor Donald Glover, also known by his stage name Childish Gambino, has revealed what prompted him to cancel his tour last year.
So when we went to Houston, I went to the hospital and the doctor was like, "You had a stroke." I'm so happy. Wow.
That stroke led doctors to discover a hole in his heart. Glover shared the details on stage at a music festival this weekend in LA, apologizing to fans for letting them down. He has been recovering after the 2 surgeries in the past year.
To sports, the Ottawa Senators hopped across the border for a game in the U.S. last night.
Stützle in the zone. Thinks twice. Pays it back. Jensen to the flank. A quick shot. They score on the rebound.
That goal from Zetterlund tied the game at 1, but a power play goal from LA just 3 minutes later would be the decider. They win 2-1. The Sens are back on the ice in Vegas tomorrow evening.
A new crystal ball will be dropped in Times Square this year to ring in 2026.
Yeah, the ball was unveiled in New York City as it made its inaugural ascent up the 139-foot pole. It features over 5,000 Waterford crystals, nearly twice what covered the previous iteration.
This is only the 9th time the ball has been updated since the tradition began way back in 1907.
Wow, crazy to see that it hasn't been altered that much over 100 years. It looks so great too.
Brand new crystal ball. What does the future hold for 2026?
You have to wait just a few more weeks.
Oh my gosh, it's true. Not that much longer.
Month till Christmas, a week after that, we're into 2026. Time is just flying by, Rosie.
Exactly. We got to talk about your forecast right now and get to Melissa.
Mild day on the way for us on this Tuesday. We're going to see temperatures which are way above seasonal. Enjoy it because as we head into the weekend, it's definitely going to be a little bit colder. So today's high 7 degrees, average is 2.3 degrees. And of course, that sun setting at 424 tonight. Inner skies this morning, some areas could see a few scattered flurries or a little bit of light raindrops, but overnight tonight, just before midnight, that's when we're expecting all this rain in the forecast for us. So overnight tonight into your day tomorrow, we're expecting 10 upwards of 15 millimeters of rain. Now Thursday and through Friday, we could see a few lingering scattered flurries on the way as well. Very warm today, as I mentioned, 7 degrees late this afternoon. Same in Kemptville, Cornwall, Brockville, 8 for Kingston, 6 out in the valley for your daytime high today, as well as in Petawawa and in Montreal. So over the next 7 days, you'll see temperatures really fluctuating a lot. 7 is the high for today, 8 for tomorrow. That's why we will see rain upwards of 15 millimeters by the end of the afternoon tomorrow. Then Thursday, Friday, temperatures back to normal, seeing a few scattered flurries. Overnight Friday, cold, dropping to -10, staying cold on Saturday with a high of only -3. Then as we head into the weekend forecast, we could see some snow as we head into Sunday, about 10 centimeters of snow on the way.
Weather brought to you by Yegendorf Rashid. Experience, knowledge, and a commitment to excellence.
Here's a look at your drive-in right now. Prince of Wales at Stephanie Avenue, we have a collision. There's also another one at Heron Road at Cornwall Drive. We're still seeing slowdowns from Richmond to Island Park on the 417 eastbound. Westbound lane seeing backups from Searville to Bronson. Main routes are moving well otherwise. Well, they're an underrated superfood, and joining us today is the owner of Mighty Majoul. We have a local owner, Mustafa Amr. Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
Okay, Will and I are huge date fans. We want to learn all about this business. Can you give us the details on Mighty Majoul?
Yeah, so the way Mighty Majoul started, actually, I happened to break my ankle a week after my third child was born, so I had a lot of time to think at home.
Oh no!
2.5 months, and because of that, we're a huge date family, and we thought, well, I don't think anybody knows about any dates besides Majoul.
Majoul.
Right, and because of all of the nutrients in them, I think that they're a very underrated superfood.
Okay.
As a rock climber myself, I actually fuel with these before I climb. They are amazing for pregnant women.
Yes.
They are an amazing, sweet substitute for kids especially. I'd rather have my kids eating dates than sweets, for example.
There's the tale that you're supposed to eat the dates to help, get you ready for labor. That's how I kind of got introduced to Majoul dates, because I was doing anything for an easier labor. It didn't work out, but it happens.
And I'm like you. I use these before, like any of my CrossFit sessions or long endurance. Dates are a staple every day.
Yeah, so the thing about dates is that usually when I ask somebody if they know dates, they'll say, yeah, I know dates. I eat Majoul dates all the time, right? That's what's usually locally available only, but I would like you guys to try one of these each. And I think you would probably not have anything like this before. This is our sukri variety.
Sukri?
Yeah, sukri. And most people will tell me that it tastes like caramel upon trying it. Yeah, I could see the look on your face changing right there.
I've got a new routine.
Yes. And what I'll always recommend after somebody has had something like sukri is to try something like the sagai. And it's because I'd like you to see not only the difference in the textures, but the taste themselves as well. Yeah, so try this because there's no pit in here. It might be a little easier to eat. No, that's okay.
I already kind of broke this one apart.
And then you'll see how different those two are. So this one is more nutty and it's less subtle, or it's more subtle in its sweetness, than the sukri, right? And then if you try one like mabroom, it's actually more chewy. And it's more complex in its flavor. So all of them, they have different personalities going on over here that most people will not be aware of. And there's more than 1,000 varieties of dates, but most people will only know about this because that's what's available locally, right?
Oh, so this is even chewier.
Yes, exactly. So we're really trying to bring them more mainstream, because I think you guys would both be very surprised if I told you that per gram, dates have more potassium than a banana. So about 3 Majoul dates will help with cramping. It'll help with muscle recovery as well. There's magnesium, which helps with sleep. And if you're an athlete like myself as well, and like you guys are, 3 or 4 dates before you guys work out will give you both fiber, and they'll also give you glucose, which gives you a steady burst of energy throughout an activity, as opposed to something like a protein bar, for example.
And versatile, you can create delicious meals using dates. So what did you create for us today?
Yeah, so we made a grilled cheese with sukri dates, and what we're trying to also do is educate people that dates are not just a sugar substitute, and they're not only meant for smoothies or like protein balls, but they're very versatile as an ingredient. Like the mabroom, we use the mabroom in salads, for example. We'll use the sukari in scones. I eat the sagay just with my morning coffee.
I really like that mabroom one. It was kind of like a middle in the sweetness, but also very chewy. I really like that.
Exactly.
It was like caramel chewy. Okay, so you're going for it?
I'm going for it. Yeah, I was really surprised about the texture difference between each one.
Me too.
Like flavor, I would imagine, but the texture in each one was dramatically different.
And I'll tell you that, like, literally all the people that we talk to, they are so surprised that anything really exists besides Majdoul. So that's what we're really trying to change the perception on how is it. The cheese is not as melted as I wanted it to be.
So
however,
what is inside? What kind of cheese?
Sorry, I think it's Old Fort in there. Old Fort, yeah.
And you use the
We use the sukari dates inside there.
And then like a sourdough bread, rye bread?
Yes, exactly, sourdough bread. So it's a bit of a sweet and a savory thing going on over here.
Will, I can tell by your face the reaction.
Like, I'm sure we haven't met because everything I like in life is like dates, sourdough bread, and I never put them in a set. And cheese, like, hey man, like, we're gonna have to talk after this.
Okay, so how could people order your dates? How does it work?
So we're available online right now at mightymajdoul.com. We are free in West Ottawa for shipping and $5 in Ontario, and even across Canada we're pretty affordable as well.
Okay.
I like to sometimes say that we're called Mighty Prime because sometimes if you order you'll get your stuff within a couple hours. So we're pretty fast like that. So this is the 1 kilo box that we offer.
So you can order one flavor or you can order a mix.
Right, so we offer each of the dates in either a kilo or 454 grams, and if you're uninitiated and you want to try a little bit of everything like you guys are right now, we have the starter pack which has all of our varieties in there, and we're continuously introducing more varieties as well as we get them, and we're also looking to do a little bit of date innovation as well in the coming months. So we're really excited for what's up ahead.
Thank you, Mustafa, for joining us today, and again you can head to their website mightymajdoul.com.
I'm just going to give you my credit card and just take it for a while.
I'm really jealous. That sandwich does look really good.
It's so good.
And of course, if you have an idea for us in your morning kitchen, please let us know. Maybe it's a chef, maybe it's a local restaurant. Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca. Here's a look at our sky cam this morning. Still a little bit cloudy out there, but at least it's nice and mild, sitting at 2 degrees with a high of 7 this afternoon.
The Ottawa School of Art is holding its annual fundraiser art sale, and their winter registration is now open. Artist and instructor David Kern joins us this morning with all the details. We have to say good morning to you, David.
Rosie,
good morning.
It's just lovely to be here.
It's wonderful to have you on. Last year, I took a tour through the Ottawa School of Art, and to see the work on display this time of year, those are the students who've taken part in classes throughout the months and years, and their work is fabulous. And now, this year, you've brought some samples here. So let's talk about what you have on stand here.
So here we've got 4 samples, if you like, or artworks from the show.
Beautiful.
Right? They just took them out of the gallery, and here they are. They're going back, and the show's starting on Thursday. Everything is from local artists, right? Students at the school, instructors at the school, others that have joined the school in order to exhibit, and it's all in support of our outreach program, which is sort of wonderful because we go into schools, community centers, and teach art. We bring all the equipment, the instructors, and everything for people that can't get out and perhaps don't have the resources to.
Who do you do this for? Like you say, people who can't get out. So are these for budding artists or people just interested in art?
Just communities that perhaps a bit disadvantaged and aren't exposed to art. Right? We actually. We go to them. We bring all the kits and we do art. It's great.
Love this. So you go out in the community, but also you have courses, you have programs. People can come in to the Ottawa School of Art and take part in. So winter registration is now open. Now, what kinds of courses are you offering to people? Do you need to be like a Matisse in the making or a Picasso in the making to take part in these courses?
Well, maybe everyone is.
Yeah, there you go.
But actually, you know, you don't need anything, right? I mean, like other walks of life, right? You know, sort of art is part of being human, really, right? And
it is.
And there's no requirement to have any experience, right? We've got courses that. For people who are just completely new, and we've got some, you know, maybe for people with a bit of experience, right? And we've got actually the Artist School of Art is pretty unique because we've got we're completely independent. We're not academically based in the sense that, you know, we teach art for everyone.
Yeah.
And we've got two actual locations here downtown. 35 George Street and the Shankman Center in Orleans. Plus, we've got an online campus as well.
Oh, that's great.
I teach in all three locations.
You teach
if
online
you like,
as well.
right?
David,
and that is unique.
Can you tell me about the art fair that's happening?
Yeah. The starting on Thursday evening, we got the opening, right? All this wonderful locally produced art. By emerging and local artists, right?
Yeah.
Is supporting our outreach program,
That's
right?
great.
So it's a great gift to the community, as well as, you know, the artists that are selling their work. And frankly, you know, we just like to show our work too, right? So people are welcome to come in and just browse,
I'm
right?
really impressed there, David. Look at the detail.
It is,
control. That's beautiful. And then you can own this piece of work, right? An original.
These are all original arts, and they're certified original. The artists have all produced them, many especially for the show.
David, will we see some of your works on display there?
Yeah, I have 3 pieces in the show as well.
Nice. Okay, so, that's going to be so great. And so where can people go for more information so that they can get ready to descend on this special art fair?
Yeah, well, the website, Art Ottawa, artottawa.ca, right? It's got all the information for the show, the courses.
Oh, wow.
You could just walk in, of course, as well, right?
It's true. It's such a lovely spot. You can go right to Byward Market.
Exactly. So we're just keeping the art and trying to develop art in the community.
David Kern, instructor, artist, thank you so much. Coming from the Ottawa School of Art, we really appreciate you coming by today. Beautiful works of art here. Just a touch of what will be available. All right, we're going to take a quick look right now in front of our studio in the Byward Market. You can see daylight happening, a little cloudy there. It is 8:52. We're right back to wrap up the show.
CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video uploaded at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
SNR Mechanical is proud to partner with Toy Mountain once again this year.
Drop off your unwrapped presents to our office location here in Orleans on Vanguard Drive.
SNR Mechanical and Toy Mountain.
Helping families this holiday season.
Welcome back. We're going to take a final look at your forecast for today, Melissa.
And not a bad looking day, nice and mild into the afternoon. A daytime high of 7 degrees, so average for this time of year is around 2.3. So we'll be well above that into the afternoon. It will be a little bit cloudy, but you could see some sun peeking through those clouds into your afternoon. Overnight tonight, expecting some rain. So tomorrow, a soggy day. It will stay mild. End of the work week cold, and the weekend cold and snowy.
Wow. And it's crazy when you see that too, when the overnight lows are warmer than your typical daytime highs. That's when you know it's warm out there.
Yeah, it's going to change quickly. And we got to thank all of you for your response, your favorite toy as a kid. We love that, hearing everything, but I feel like Easy Bake Oven
was the theme, yeah.
Right, a
Took
lot of
off
folks,
today.
really loved that as well. So thanks so much for that. And here's a look at what's on the show tomorrow. City Councillor Tim Tierney will be here to discuss his diabetes journey as well as the budget votes taking place at City Hall.
Plus, looking for some Christmassy reads for the season? Perfect Books Ottawa has you covered.
And don't let a cold take you down this season. We learn from a pharmacist about how to bounce back quickly after an illness. I will be taking notes on that because these colds these days put me right out.
Yeah, exactly. You know how to really treat a cold?
Yeah.
Get some sleep.
Or don't get it.
Oh my gosh, right?
What's that?
Yeah.
I know. Melissa. I'm telling Melissa.
It's a parent of two.
Mom of two little ones. It's so
Yeah.
hard for you know what I mean? So just hopefully you get a little sleep there. Anyway, that's all from us here at CTV, Your Morning Ottawa. We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning. Take care.